Rhythm of the night, set my heart on fire. Eyes on the truth, eyes on the truth. Everything you want, everything you want, that's money.
Okay, everyone, we're just waiting for more people to join. I see people are joining. Let me get my screen share ready. Okay, welcome to everyone that is on the group. I'm looking forward to sharing with you. Yes, it's very cold this side as well. I went for my morning walk, and I just want to see my video camera is to see Tines. Lucky to be here this morning. So this morning I'm going to quickly go through a few tips that are about living a perfect life, and then the opportunity and how you can become an empowerment coach. But before I get there, I think just something that I want to share with you is that today, exactly 2 years ago, today we went for the summit of Kilimanjaro. About an hour ago, I got to reach the Stella Point. I never got to go to the highest point of Urun, but at least I got to the top of the mountain. And it's just quite an experience to relive that moment again, because that day I basically died. I had to be flown down later that day because of altitude sickness, of not being able to breathe, water on the lungs. And, sitting up there on the mountain, I said to myself, I've done it. I've done this with my crutches. I was in pain. I'm a hemophiliac. Most people didn't give me the opportunity that I will even finish day one. And yeah, I went for the whole thing. And I didn't have the energy to come down. Didn't have the power. Was too much pain. And as I was sitting there, I realized, I said, God, please come and get me. It's my time to go. I've lived my life. I've done what I came to set up. If I die on this mountain, I die naturally. And my kids will have something to aspire to. I said, at least their dad lived life. And by sitting there, God said, Cobus, it's not your time yet. And he sent all of the porters up to come and carry me down. They made turns to carry this big bot down, 120 k's of pure muscle. Muscle strength. What you visualize, you become, feel those muscles. Even though I don't have muscles, a reality, but in my mind, I have the strongest muscles. So, that was part of my journey. And quite emotional day for me today, because that day changed my life completely. Those who know me knows that I came back a different person. Actually, my old self died on the mountain. I was reborn, and I came back with a purpose, a determination, whatever it takes, attitude, and live without regret. Yes, and I think differently and approach life differently. So if you ever have the opportunity to go climb a mountain, I really suggest that you do go. And someone said to this morning, Cobus, but I don't have money. It's cost. I also at that point, there's a lot of money, especially if you don't have all the gear. But I set out. I set a date. And those who know me, I got everything, and I was blessed by, asking the right people. After 150 no's, I got to a company that said, Cobus, we will sponsor your whole trip. And that is Maluma, Avos, and Sanin. So just a big shout out to them for their support and making my dream come true. But at least I set a goal, I had a vision, and I took action. And I think that is the one thing that is important, is about taking action to achieve your goals. Now, most of you on this group, do you have goals? Do you have something that you set out to achieve? Now, let's get to my slideshow this morning. And I want to go, and if you can, just make notes. Slides on PC not on. I want to go to Kilimanjaro. Yes, Graham, I'm planning maybe to go back again. I have a special lady that I want to go show the experience of climbing Kilimanjaro. So please, he says yes. And then I'm going to go back and push myself. And this time I will do a different route to be able to do that. So I just want to see, can everyone at least see my screen? I just want to log in with my phone. So for those who don't know, I am Cobus Visser. I'm a peak performance coach. I'm a business and marketing expert. I'm a team building, team culture guru. I'm a mental strength coach, and I help people to achieve peak performance, not only on a personal level but in a business level as well. And then I just want to quickly log in and see, because I can't really see all of your messages. So just want to get this ongoing. Okay. Next thing, I just want to say thank you. We're getting to the end of this week. Finish on of the meeting of the minds. And remember, you are most welcome to go rewatch the recordings as much as you want to. This is until the end of the month. Share it with people, share it with friends. And this is our way of getting our message out there. And that's what we want. Okay, now I love doing what I do. I love getting people to get the best out of them and let them get the best results. Sorry about that. I just got distracted. The most important for me is who's on this group is willing to raise their standard. Who's ready to make this year the best year ever? And when saying that, it's actually a challenge, because how can this year be the best year ever? Facing the challenges that we're facing at the moment, how can we change it around? Now, the one thing is that we need to go. Like Sonia says, to summits, he wants to go and climb a mountain, I believe, Sonia. And Graham says a mountain. And that's what I do is I challenge people that are with me to go and live the best life they can. And to realize they have so much potential and you have only one life to live. So let's live this life to the fullest and make the best out of it. Let's have an impact. Let's make it be easy. Let's this life and apply certain tricks and tools and tips and hack this life and make it the best life ever. I believe you all have learned a lot from all of the different speakers over the last week and a half, and all of them have given great tips. Now, if you just apply it, I can guarantee you that you will that you set out to achieve. I was in a wheelchair, I couldn't walk, and I had to set myself a goal to achieve the impossible. Now, this is my life. I've been investing in my personal development, not for 37 years, but for the last 10 years to grow myself, to achieve my true potential. And that's what I want to do is I want you to realize what is your dreams and aspirations and to go for it. And I want to help you to achieve it through all of the tools. And that's the reason for the Hero Experts Academy. I've set out the different modules in a sense that what has helped me in my life, from business and social media to personal growth, personal development. And I focused on helping people to give them what has helped me in my life, to help them, to assist them in achieving their goals. Now, one thing that I love to do is I love to walk over fire. Now, that fire is 500 to 600 degrees Celsius. Now, just in this group, how many of you believe fire burns? Anyone? Well, fire doesn't burn. Okay? Why? Because I believe it. Gandhi says everything starts with a belief that becomes our thoughts. Our thoughts that become our actions leads to our habits to our values, and that leads ultimately to our destiny. So if we want to change our destiny, we need to change the way we believe by using words. So if you say, I'm going to get burned, then you're going to get burned. If I say that fire is ice cold, what's going to happen with that fire? Because whatever I see and whatever I hear, I feel. So if I hear ice cold and I see ice, what am I going to feel? I'm going to feel ice. So that is how powerful the mind is. And you've all heard Dr. Bill said it. You've all heard the other speakers talking about it. So personal development is important, no matter who you are, not even in business for your staff, but for you as an individual as well. I work with a lot of executive CEOs, people that understands the importance of personal development and having a personal coach. My journey started basically in 2011 when I experienced my first firewalk, and I went on a personal development journey, becoming a life coach, a master coach, a business coach. I became a firewalk instructor. I went to Spain, Hawaii. I learned NLP, and I became a firewalk master in 2014. And the only reason for that is that I can do this it gives me credibility, but also helps me to host retreats where I can take people through a life-changing experience. So my goal today is to assist you to be awakened at how important personal growth is, to make you realize how powerful you are made, made, to train people to be a firewalk empowerment coach to go change the world. I want to change 20 million people's life in the next 5 years, and I can only do it with the assistance of other trainers and speakers. I want to show you today the 12 actions to create an extraordinary life. How many of you are excited to learn about 12 extraordinary life tips? So the creator of this 12 action was one of my mentors called Tolly Burkan. Tolly Burkan was also one of the trainers of guys like Tony Robbins, T. Harv Eker, Andy Harrington, the top speakers in the world. He has gone through his retreat. That is the retreat that I'm hosting once or twice a year, where I take people through the same experience. It's the #1 course in the world, and there's no other retreat or course that can come close to that. If you want to stay till the end and you send me a message, it's about go and read this about NLP. It's about Richard Bandler or John Grinder, or I will send you as a gift. Okay, what makes this? And I'm going to today share with you tips and tricks that have helped me in my life to assist me in my life to achieve the goals that I've achieved. Okay. Welcome to your new life. How many of you are ready? Let's go. Here we go. Secret 1. The first 5 points of power is you need to speak your truth. It's easier than done, huh? But yeah, you have to start speaking your truth. Speak who you are. If it's your no, it's a no. Don't think about what other people think. Start speaking what is on your mind. What's what you say, but monitor what you say. Speaking the truth is an ancient wisdom. This power has been with us for 1,000 years. So it's time for you to align yourself with your truth so that you can grow through self-confidence and grow as a person. So that people can start respecting you even more and you can reflect the way people are going to relate to you. The main thing here is don't be a bullshit. When you notice that you are not speaking the truth, start making a mental note that you have deviated from that path. If it's possible, start correcting yourself by saying, well, actually, that is true. Like this. People immediately have more respect for you simply by witnessing your commitment by being the truth. Now, one thing that is challenged for me is, when I say something, I make an assumption or I generalize. I can't remember if it was 12 or 15, and then I would say, no, it was about 15. And then I have to explain to people, but remember, this is not the exact fact. It's in my mind, it's about 15. It can be less, it can be more. Because some people, if you say 15 and they find out it was 20 and say, but you lie. So you need to understand that you need to come across over that people can understand who you are. The second tip, ask for what you want. Most people don't ask for what they want. They don't ask for that sale. I had to ask people to assist me to get to Kilimanjaro. By asking, I received. If you never ask, the only thing people can say when you ask is no or yes. Now just let's ask enough more so that we can get enough yeses. So before you can ask for what you want, of course, here's the most important is you need to know what you want. What do you want? Do you know who's listening here on Facebook or the replay or now online live? What do you want? Because it's important. If you don't know what you want, you're never going to know when you get it. And then next thing, you need to be persistent. Through prayer, meditation, visualization, affirmations. You've heard many successful people say, even if you can read Think and Grow Rich, it says you need to have daily habits that makes you successful. Waking up, I'm not a morning person, but I wake up every morning between 5 and 6 o'clock. I visualize, I meditate. I will go for a walk because I work in body, mind, and spirit. It takes me an hour a day. Now, why is it so important is that we need to do that because it assists us to grow. Reprogramming our subconscious mind. If you do it enough times, even if you don't believe it in the beginning, if you do it enough times, you'll start believing it and then it starts to become your reality. The secret of this is persistence, but also consistency is also important. You can't do it once a month and think you're going to get result. And then you just keep focusing on what you want and ask for it. The next step is keep to your agreements. I think that is the one thing that is important is to keep to your agreements, whatever you set out to agree. Now, I know a lot of people agree to set terms and conditions when I work with them. And then later on, they come back or they never come because for me, I'm still one of the old guys. People say, Chris, sometimes you don't give contracts. Now, for certain things, I do have contracts. Now, just listen, I do. There's certain things that you have to look after yourself, but there's certain things that when I work also with I will not sometimes give a contract. And the reason for that is I'm the old school. If you are not a man of your word or a woman of your word, I will never do business with you again. If you lie to me once or you do, I will never. Because for me, it's about trust. If you can't even keep a simple agreement like that, you will never keep any agreement. It's like if you lie, you can steal as well. And why do you want to do business with someone like that? I'm not like that. And I'm still one of the, it's on a handshake. That is my word. That is how it's going to be. Now, we need to get back to that point where people can trust just your word without having to say, please sign a dotted line because you are a man or a woman of your word. You don't go back on your word and what you've said. And that is the one thing that is important is for you to keep your agreements because every agreement is important. Once you've made that commitment, you will you will notice whenever an agreement has been broken. You will instantly notice. For example, if you tell a friend that you will meet them at 4:30 and you do not arrive until 4:45, you will silently know that you have broken an agreement. When you said there's broken. Unless I'm going to be 15 minutes late and you let them know that you're going to be late. You have created a small bump in what you have been smooth road by setting an intention to keep your agreements. you will see how much harmony or disharmony you are creating in your universe. See the thing, because agreements are based on trusting another person. When an agreement is broken, people often feel disrespected or betrayed. The feelings that are triggered in others when you break an agreement include anger, sorrow. Why do you want people to feel those negative thoughts? Why would you want to expose yourself to any of these emotions? So it's important that we want to create a great environment where people want to be with us and spend time with us, because we make them feel. People remember you, how you make them feel, not what you say. So it's important, get people to feel the way you want them to feel. The next secret is 4 of the 5 power points, and this is take responsibilities for your experiences. This is the most important thing most people don't do. That's why I use words whatever it takes. Because by taking whatever it takes, I take responsibility and accountability for my action. Stop blaming others is the first step. As soon as you're giving and blaming others, you can start seeing reality with a new perspective. Instead of saying, he made me angry, you can rather say, when he does that, I'm reminded of similar experiences from my past, and I automatically react with anger. Suddenly you change your perspective, the reality in front of you change. In this way, you are taking responsibility for your experience and speaking your truth. Remember, you are not the victim. It's not the person, it's the action. All that does is constantly make you feel helpless. As soon as you start accepting responsibility, you will realize you can change and experience internally. Fred or Jim can do or say whatever they please to you, but you do not have to respond in a certain way. Someone sent me an email after I've emailing them to come to this meeting of the minds, and she says, I'm getting so much emails from you, I'm actually becoming negative. And I'm like, negative? Why do you choose to become negative? I'm actually empowered. I get emails from people and say, Kobus, please don't stop emailing me. I love it. It's empowering and it's inspiring. And then you get an email where someone says, Kobus, please unsubscribe me because you're making me negative. I'm not making anything. You are choosing to either be negative or positive. You make yourself happy. You make yourself negative. You are the master of your own life. It is not what happens to you. It's what you choose to do about it. That is where the power lies. This has helped me change my life, not taking things personally. Here's the next thing. Practice alchemy. You can actually go back into the past and change any experience. The moment you acted in resentment or anger in a situation, and whenever you recall that incident, you experience discomfort, you can go back and you can find the positive learnings about that experience. And that's where NLP comes in. You get the positive experience, you get the healing, you come back, and that situation has been dealt with. Today, you can re-examine that time and extract a life-enhancing lesson. That is what has helped me whenever I have to go past of things that have happened in the past. I practice it. I go back and I get one positive lesson. So I give you an example. When my dad used to hit me and not my brother. So I would take the lesson and learn. At that time when my dad was more strict on me, was the time that he was under a lot of stress. That's the best way he could do it. And so my positive lesson out of that, he did the best that he could do with the resources he had available at that time with him. Because he was stressed, he was anxious. So I forgive him for that. So I understand, and now I forgive and I go on. When my brother, at the time when he grew up and he didn't get hidings, was a different period. It was more relaxed. We lived in a great house. Everything was good. So it's about understanding, becoming the observer of that moment and getting the positive experience. It's like turning resentment into gratitude is true alchemy. The last one of the 5 power points of the Secret 5 is associated you with like-minded people. I think we've talked a lot about that over this past 2 weeks, and especially with Meeting of the Minds, we've created a group where we all collaborate. But, again, create a network of support. That's one lesson, again, that I've really learned from my climb of Kilimanjaro is because of that support network, I could make it. So that's so important. Take action now. Examine your life. Start making a list of the people in your life, how they make you feel. How does it feel to interact with them? Where do you feel least supported? Can you start avoiding certain people? One woman said, my mom calls me every day, and every time she calls me, I feel negative. I said, well, you can't not stop talking to your mom. It's still your mom. Just speak less frequently with your mom, and you will feel better. Make new friends. Go out, speak the truth, connect with real people out there. Go and target people that you want to be friends with that are successful and start giving them value. Not ask them for things, but say, how can I serve you and make your life better? Make an agreement that you will take responsibility for your experiences and attract like-minded people in your life. Don't settle for solitaire if your passion is canasta. That is the top 5 PowerPoint secrets. Now the next one is the 7 life requirements. And I hope you all are still enjoying this. Those who are on Facebook, and this is a few lessons for my mentor. And the first one is create financial security for yourself. That's most important. Financial security is in different ways. It's food, clothes, and shelter. Look at it. It is impossible to grow emotionally and be happy if your basic security needs aren't being met. It's food, clothes, society. These three things are equivalent to money. And that is so true because I've been there. You don't want to think about anything else. It's just about getting food, clothes, and a shelter. Isn't that what the challenge is most people are going through today? They don't have that, and that's the main thing everyone is stressed about. And that's why crime comes up. So here's the thing. Money is basic, just a means of exchange that enables us to secure food and clothing and a home. If we do not have those 3 things, it is hard to be happy. It is difficult to encourage someone to seek anything else in life if he doesn't know where his next meal is coming from. And that's so easy. I know. You go to a person that doesn't have food, that doesn't have clothes, and you say, oh, don't worry, the Lord will provide, just pray. Or don't worry, just do this or that, and I'll just read this book and you will be happy. Oh no, go watch this movie and you'll feel good. No, maybe go do this mind power course and it will change your life. You will feel better. The person will rather say, give me that money because I need to support my family. So, and that is the one thing that is important. If you have that fulfilled, your life will be different. Feel wealthy right now. If you wish to feel healthy right now, how many of you do want to feel healthy? Start practicing the time-tested ritual of tithing, giving away, not just money, time, clothes, whatever you can give. No matter how little you have, you can afford to give away 10% each week. 10% is a tiny sum, and you will never notice any loss and will not feel any impact. I have a lady friend that keeps asking, why are you always giving money away? I say, but that person, I feel it. They need it more than me. Sometimes because your left hand shouldn't know what your right hand. I'm not like those guys taking for, look at how amazing I am. I'm giving. No. Give without them knowing. So I would always just give to someone wrapped in something they don't see, or just give it away. Sometimes instead of 1 rand, no, give a 5 rand or 10 rand. Some people need it more. And, and that's important. Give. Not even that, give your time. But the one thing that has challenged myself in my life is I've given free coaching away where I tell the person, he's dead and tired, he wants to give up on life, he's not happy, he can't pay, and then I say, okay, well, I will do it for you for free. And then I don't hear from them. No, always blaming, excuses, and can't change. They want that change now. And then they say, well, at least pay me something. And then they still don't want to do it. So, you can either be at that point and you can think yourself as poor, or you can start changing your thinking and start investing in yourself. Most of you that have watched this meeting of the minds for the last week and a half will get a lot of learnings, but I can guarantee you 80% of you are not going to apply any of everything that we've taught. And that is the reality. I've seen it. I've done many workshops. I have friends like Robin Banks that have done many workshops. I have Brian Walls. I know everyone. And 80% of people, even I think it's about 50% of people, even if it's not more, that buy something never applies. There's people that have bought courses that have never gone through the course. Why? Because we have the system. We can see when you log in. We can see what videos you are looking at. We can see there's people buying courses for 10 grand and never attend the courses online. It's crazy. So even people that invest, that have the money, doesn't even follow through. Thank you, Vele. I know it's epic stuff. The next one, add good feelings to your life. Man, the more you feel good, the better life becomes. And remember what we are going through this COVID, it will pass. There's bad feelings, there's negativity around the world, it will pass, it will change. The world is not what it was 10 years ago, it's not what it was 20 years ago, and next 10 years will totally be different. An ancient truth is this too shall pass. Sometimes it's just an absence of good feelings that bring about the blues. Can you imagine anyone killing himself when he's feeling good? Don't underestimate the value of regular good feelings. So create good environment, create good feelings around you. Next secret, acknowledge your self-worth. Acknowledge you. How important are you to yourself? I always ask people, who's the most important people in your life? And they forget to say on the list, me. You're also a person, right? You need to be the most important person in your life. And then the rest can follow. It's okay to love yourself. It's okay to say, I love myself, I accept myself. Self-worth means that you feel good about yourself. You respect others. You feel worthy of success. You have a sense that you are powerful enough to control your own destiny. And you feel okay with yourself when other people put you down. Don't be confused by your impression of what people with superiority complexes. There's nothing such as a superiority complex. People always seek for something, put others down, do so because they're actually suffering from an inferiority complex. That is the reality. I love it. The universe is perfect. Can you possibly deny that the universe is perfect? Just the way it is. You certainly cannot point to the night and sky and say the universe is almost perfect, but that star is in the wrong place. You are part of this perfect universe. That means you are perfect. Just like any star, any tree, any stone, any turtle. See how great you are. Go to the mirror, look yourself in the mirror and say, I am amazing, I am great. Take action now. You can assist yourself grow by making a list of traits and qualities and characteristics you possess that you feel good about. Start making a list and you will see how amazing you are. This is not an exercise of humility, but it's time to pat yourself on the back and say, I am amazing and I'm beautifully made. Write down many positive things about you as you can, because whatever you focus on, you get. If you do this on a daily basis, you will start feeling great every day. Secret 9, practice active compassion. Love is unconditional. That's why they say it's the best thing to have is a dog. Because with a dog, you can shout at them and they still love you. You can hit them and they will still love you. Their love is unconditional. I only understand that the act of compassion meant after become a parent. It was the first time I felt that another person's needs were not just as important as my own, but oftentimes even more important. This type of love is a distinct human quality. Human beings have within themselves the capacity to be unconditionally loving. The key is to discover that it means to be unconditional love in the way that you express your love. Just go and give love. Love changes the world. Secret 10, make time for creative expression. Find a hobby. Do something that you love and that you enjoy. Create a hobby. Be creative through music, through gardening, through dancing, through art, through song. I love to sing in the shower. Through writing, through sports, or some other hobby or vacation, even including business. We must somehow unlock our creative capacity. So make the time, take action. That is the most important thing that you can do now to inject some creativity in your life. Go start enjoying it. I have a friend that on his 50th birthday, he's never acted or anything. He created a play and invited everyone to come, and he booked out the theater and he did a single one-person play about his life. How amazing is that? So go do something like that. Secret 11. Cultivate attentive awareness. Pay attention 100%. Don't be on your phone when someone is talking to you. Be and make eye contact. Make eye to eye, and then they know you will be present. Be attentive to your awareness. Pay attention to everything around you, moment by moment. Go learn if you don't have the skill. It's about describing, it's basically a state of mind. So it's about giving attention 100% to the person in front of you or to whatever you do. There's no such thing as multitasking because you're going to always lose attention. So focus. When you pay attention completely, life is transformed. When you pay attention to the smell of a flower 100%, you become the smell of the flower. When you pay attention 100% to the taste of food, you become the taste of the food. Start focusing on your thoughts, where your thoughts is going, because your thoughts creates the most problems in your life. You give the power to your thoughts. So pay attention. Look at your habits. Look at your actions. Look at your relationship. Start observing your whole life, looking at it, and see how effective is. How is this all impacting your world? And the next thing, your life is like a movie. Enables us to cope with life seemingly, that's contradictory and paradoxical to nature. It enables us to be aware of our egos, to see them clearly. It permits us to step back from this drama in our lives and watch it unfold on the movie screen and see how we act. The observer can change everything if you start observing your life and who you are. It creates a needed detachment to laugh at our own foibles and shortcomings. Yeah, laugh at your shortcomings. Be aware of who you are aware. In this mode, everything and anything has the potential of becoming a spiritual experience. Even pain can become, and that's how I go through pain, because I observe it. Once you separate yourself from the pain by witnessing it, as the witness, you don't feel the pain. You are simply witnessing yourself in pain. I love that saying. Practice detachment. The more you are able to detach yourself from your own thoughts and feelings, the sooner you will realize that you are really capable of being a watch of your own life. Love it. Develop a connection to a higher power. It's so important, and I know some of you are religious and some of you are spiritual, but this has helped me in my life. I still have my foundation. I still believe in God no matter what, because I pray every day. I meditate every day, and it's so important whoever you want to believe it, because God is all that is. Since everything that exists is God in one form or another. The only way that God can make a tree is becoming the tree. Likewise, the way God made you was becoming you. Now, Francis Assisi says, was experienced this connection when he said, make me an instrument of your peace. Where there is hatred, let me show love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that I may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved to love. For it's giving that we receive, it is pardoning that we are pardoned, and it's dying that we are born to eternal life. Take action now through the practice of remembering how God has created you. That is the 12 tips and secrets about having and living an extraordinary life by making it easy for yourself. How many of you have enjoyed the tips that I've been sharing today? Because what I want to share with you as well, whenever you're called, it's not a sell, it's just share about what I do as the retreat where I teach people to become an empowerment coach and an instructor to be able to assist other people. And this is for people that are trainers, life coaches, individuals, people that are executives that want something different, that wants to go through the experience that has impacted the world leaders of today, like Tony Robbins, like T. Harv Eker, and plenty of other exceptional individuals. I've done this training since 2013 of this retreat. Over 80 instructors trained by me already. And, you're going to learn a lot of things. We do things from line walking, fire walking, walking a broken glass. It sounds crazy why I would do it, but the whole retreat is built in such a way to lift up your vibration, get yourself as a person to be reborn over a 4.5-day experience. You will learn how to do your own firewalks if you want to. You will master the ability to accelerate your learning. You can smash bricks with your hands. Many people take this course solely for the personal empowerment and spiritual insight, with no intention of ever teaching firewalking. We have had people from salespeople to chiropractors to spiritual leaders to motivational speakers, anyone that that wants to develop themselves to the next level. The next thing is, there are some photos that I want to share with you, some photos of people that I've had at the training, and I've had people from all over the world that has come. We do fun things like wine tasting, and it's a Bushveld wine taste. And the Bushveld wine taste is something different you have to experience only in the Bushveld. You get to be part of a family, a part of a tribe of people that are willing to grow together. You get the experience of walking over fire, take yourself to the next level. You get the opportunity to walk with lions, to take it to the next level, because there's learnings. You observe everything that we do, and you take the learnings out of it that you can apply in your own life. We break boards, we break arrows. You can see there I am with my beard. We bend steel rods. For those who know what a reinforced rebar is, you put it at that soft spot of your trachea and you bend a rebar with your throat. Walk over broken glass without being cut. Doing some fun activities to learn life lessons. Learn about trust. Learn about letting go of the shit in your life by spitting it out. By doing spiritual things like a labyrinth where you experience what is going inside of you and connect with your maker. Where you experience self-expression through dot art and painting, through yoga, through tai chi, through drumming, through brick breaking, to walking on fire and creating your own firewalk that you see that it is real and it's not fake. Again, to experience the experience of walking with lions. To do have a knife drop, taking a sharp knife and dropping it on your stomach without it piercing your body flesh. So if you have a knife, go drop it on a piece of wood, you will see it will peg. Do it on your stomach and you find the right way to relax and it doesn't pierce you. Then the last night of the event, we walk 108 times on the fire, and it's the most magical night. Everyone 108 times. It was just magical experience. So some of the people in the fire tribe that have come, that have done experiences, the next one we're planning is the end of October. It's all about living without the regret that you are enough, whatever it takes. And, you get the fire beach to remind yourself of walking 108 times over the fire. So this has worked for a lot of people that wants to take it to the next level. And let me share with you some testimonials and hear what other people and how they've experienced this few days.
From where I am now, I can only say one word, absolutely amazing. The issues that were addressed in my life, especially about trust. That was the where I was before I came here. I'm a facilitator of ayahuasca ceremonies. The reason that I came here was to strengthen my energy body. To strengthen my physical body, to strengthen my spiritual body, and my emotional body. And all four objectives have been achieved. I cannot go into the details of these as you take the surprise one. But I can tell you, if you have any desire to teach people empowerment, I can tell you that Coach Fisher is on hell on master in this game. And the people that he has trained as business partners, assistants, co-facilitators, magical. If you want to teach people empowerment, this is the way to learn empowerment. You can make a whole lot more. But when you understand the principle, how to empower people, this is extremely good stuff. This is good foundation. If you do it for your own emotion, energetic, the works, then this is one hell of a So yes, I would recommend this to anybody. I would first kindness, discipline, determination, the compassion. that they have treated us with. This is absolutely beautiful.
Okay, here's another video for those who are still on.
Hi, it's Jennifer, founder of Lishal Wellness, and we help individuals and organizations to choose healthy lifestyles so that they can live longer and happier. What an awakening. You know, you probably agree with me, we've attended many trainings where we know the outcomes, very predictable. This one, it was different. I had heard so much about it that it can stretch you, and number two, my coach and friend recommended it. I had many aha moments, and the experience, I will forever be grateful to Cobus and the team, because I was able to confront and go through. So do you have a son or a a daughter who you'd like to help, to stretch them, to help them know the path to take in life, to guide them. You know, that's the training I would recommend. Are you a trainer who would like to stretch himself or herself and just offer something different, something meaningful, something that will help your clients to go deeper? That's what the training did for me. I was able to go deeper, confront my fears. And there are many of us who have limiting beliefs. This is again a training that does a lot of that. You know, it helps you to realize that you're enough, which is really, really beautiful. It was so holistic. It touched on mental, spiritual, physical health. And it is a training that, for me, one of the best trainings I've attended in a long time. Actually, it's number one right now for me. I can never thank you enough, Cobus. You know, well done to you and to the team. Please continue doing what you're doing for this world. We can never repay you enough. Only God will repay you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you everyone. And okay, thank you everyone, and thank you for being here today. If there's any questions, please feel to ask. Otherwise, I'm gonna finish off this talk. I hope you all enjoyed it, and it was fun to learn. As you can see, there's the lion behind me that I brought back from the mountain of Kilimanjaro. It's called Mufasa because they called me Mufasa on the mountain. And there's one of my flags that everyone that made this journey available in my life. So it's behind me. So thank you very much for everyone for listening and learning. Thank you again, Alan. I appreciate for you. You're always commenting. I think sometimes other people are shy to say anything. But I just want to say, everyone, thank you again for being here today. I love you all. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Today is Wednesday, am I correct? So tomorrow is the last day of the summit. So last day, 2 more talks tonight and 4 more talks tomorrow, 6 more talks, and then we are finished. Kiasa, pleasure, Sonia. Yes, thank you. And Sonia, you love to comment. I love it. Thank you for being so interactive. The others say hi or people just ignore, you know, but hey, that's part of doing a webinar. Yeah, Sonia, tomorrow already, I know. I just want to see, guys. See, Krupa and Tisha's also talking, typing something. 2 beautiful ladies. Both of them have done this retreat, and they're part of the tribe. Thank you for your support as well, ladies. Tish, thank you. And Tish, you still owe me. Tish and Krupa, you still owe me a testimonial for the fit, eh? You must send me your testimonial that I can also use it like I used those previous ones. Krupa said, thank you, you're amazing. Oh, Krupa, I know it. Thank you for reminding me. Okay. I'm going to count down. I see there's 1 or 2. Anyone can phone me and I will give a testimony. No, Tish, I need a video. Krupa just laughing. And yeah, okay, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you, everyone, for this afternoon, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. I love you all. And this is Krupa Sana. Bye-bye.